Hi everyone, I'm Nina Goradia. I want to follow up on the previous video, Interrupting Your Thoughts, to comment on the fact that you are already free right now. I know that sounds very difficult to believe for most people, and I don't want to assume that every single person has the ability to do what I'm about to talk about in this moment. But I think it's a really important mindset to have that if we realize that voice in our head, the programming, the conditioning that's always telling us what to do, berating us, or being a taskmaster, whatever the quality of one's ego identity is, we don't have to listen to it. It's just there. It's just chatter. We just watch it. And then we can do something else. And this may be very obvious to those of you who are doing this work, but please know that knowing that in addition to that previous video, interrupting your thoughts and just moving your attention, that's where freedom lies. So our freedom lies in where we place our attention. So if I can continue to interrupt thoughts, especially in the moments where they're not serving me, they're not helping me, I'm not actively working on healing that dynamic, that conditioning in this moment, I just shift the thoughts over to a sensory field: body, sight, sound. Three main ones. That is where my freedom lies. When I can shift that attention, I'm literally free from the prison of my conditioning in this moment, immediately. Especially if I can practice that, I can do that, in a second. I can do that when a trigger arises. I can do that if I'm in a moment where I can't really self-soothe or do some of the emotional release work. So I'm not saying that this is the tool you should apply to every problem. This is just one of many. Please don't use this tool as a way to ignore your inner child or your traumas or wounds. They need to be soothed. So the answer is not to just keep doing this and ignore what the voice is saying, what the body is feeling. This is just a way to shift out and then see, I'm actually free. Just know that you're free. You can choose to come back in, be with that voice, soothe it, self-parent it, feel through emotions with the knowledge that you're the presence, that you're the space, you're the one that can witness this. But hopefully it'll help you feel less trapped so you can show up for the conditioning. You can be there finally for the young part of you that needed to be soothed. We don't want to ignore this part because this method will not work on its own for most people. The ego is going to scream louder and it's going to want your attention back. But this is one way to step out of the conditioning, experience freedom, see that that's what you are, and then come back to your conditioning with that knowledge and awareness that you are free. And now you're just kind of working through this. We don't have to take the ego so seriously. So I think of ego as kind of the thought feeling complex that is resisting what is, that has a certain identity, that is psychologically suffering. And so we work with that knowledge that we are free. So let me know if you try this. I'd love to hear, because I feel like the work is really around concurrently working on two of these aspects at the same time. So one, recognizing that we are the presence, we are the space, we are the awareness, recognizing that's our true identity. And then second, working on the traumas, the emotions, the thoughts, all of these things that are forming this ego identity and showing up for it, not making an enemy out of it, but helping this ego feel soothed, safe. And then as we can do that, it's a lot easier to harmonize these two. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you in the next video.